Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ola Inks. Today we're going to be talking about the lessons that I learned from starting up a fashion line at 23. So let's cue the tape. So in 2017 I started a fashion line called Spicy Stew, and it started out as pins. It started out just me selling these really cool pins, which I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, I've got the pins. I found the pin. Not meant to see my shorts. Not meant to see that part on my shorts. So we had the noodle pin. We had the keke, which I absolutely loved. We had the huts. We had the talking drums, which was my personal fave. And we had, again, another fave, the dashiki. Started out selling 5 different types of pins. Now I had about 15 different icon ideas, 15 different ideas to put on pins, but not all of them could be put on pins. So I thought, what can I do with those logos / designs? So I just put them on t-shirts. So here's one of the t-shirts. So I just put them on t-shirts. It says, "Oh my guys are balas. Oh my guys are balas." So yeah, I just put them on t-shirts, and then yeah, the rest was history. I think that was one of the best transitions. So I did about a year and a half. Had about a year and a half selling t-shirts, and it got a lot of traction, especially when we had people like Afro B, Tom Mucci, Faith Child wearing the t-shirts and then jumpers as we moved into the winter. It was great. Orders on orders on orders on orders on orders, especially when those people wore it. Thank you. Those 3 individuals especially. Also had family and friends purchase. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. Yeah, so that's pretty much the journey. That was about 3 years of just pushing. Now, along the 3 years, I had breaks where I would reflect. Some moments, sometimes I felt demotivated. Sometimes I wanted to focus on just other things. So it's been a very up and down journey with Spicy Stew, but I would say the orders have remained pretty consistent. I mean, there's been highs and lows, but people have been ordering consistently throughout the 3 years. I just want to thank everyone that has ever ordered as well from Spicy Stew. I'm so grateful. Yes, and that's really the story of it. Here are a number of lessons that I learned just by starting that out and doing that. So number one, I did not have a team, and I didn't have a team, so I was your marketing, I was your finance, I was your everything. And I think although there were opportunities for me to broaden Spicy Stew so that other people could have come onto it, I think I just wanted to do it all myself, because I felt like I could do it best, because I was passionate about this brand and nobody else would be so as much as I was. So I just did everything myself. And I'll say that was mistake number 1, because at times where I was unmotivated, there wasn't somebody else, or there wasn't other people there that was invested, because they was like part of the team to kind of pick me up, or for me to pick them up, vice versa. So number 2, now in the beginning with pins, I did a lot of offline marketing, but as I began to move into t-shirts, I did absolutely zilch. It was very heavily based online. Now, if you've got an online business, or you want to open an online business, you also must think about your offline presence. You don't always need to be selling offline, but what are some of the activities that you can be doing offline? Could you be meeting people? Could you be networking? Could you be attending events to do with the industry that your online business is in? Think very much offline as much as having an online presence. That was mistake number 2. Number 4, and I think this is really, this one is really like to my chest. this one really resonates with me because it's painful. It's painful to think that my why changed, because I remember going into spicy stew and my why, the reason why I do it, the reason why I was doing it was very much about representing African culture and African life in a way that was like realistic, like things that people could identify to and straight away know that, yeah, I can relate to that. I can relate to Indomie, I can relate to noodles, I can relate to seasonings. Yeah, like I just wanted to create a brand that was relatable and was beyond your typical idea of what being African or what wearing African products was. I wanted it to be modern, I wanted it to be cool. And I felt like when I reached that point where I felt like I achieved that, I no longer had a why, because I was like, okay, well, I've achieved what I wanted to do, so why am I still doing this? And that was a lot of the reasons as to why I paused quite a lot whilst doing spicy stew. I just lost my why. And I think yeah, I think it's okay for your why to change. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, if you had a why 3 years ago and it changes after 2 years, or it changes after a year, then that's fine. I think as long as you have your why, as long as you know why you're doing something in that moment, even if it's going to change, I think that's important. Where I am now, I think my why is very much like about just doing things that can not only, you know, help others but glorify God as well. So yeah, that's where I am right now. So yeah. 4 is developing relationships. One of my biggest inspirations in the UK is somebody called William, who is the founder of Vitae London, the watch brand. I'm really inspired by him as an entrepreneur and just as a person, because if you listen to a lot of his interviews and just his brand, you can see how much he has developed relationships with people. And I think it's something that a lot of us are lacking. We lack the ability to develop relationships with people. We message influencers, we message people with like thousands of followers, like, hey, can you promote my product? But you haven't even asked them like, how are they? I got a message like that one time. Like, I messaged a really well-known person and she messaged me back like, so you can't even say how are you? That really taught me a huge lesson. But yeah, it just goes back to like just valuing relationships first, and building relationships first before trying to reach out to people for their use, because they're probably receiving hundreds of people asking them to do stuff for them. Imagine if you're just that one person that's just like asking them, you know, just messaging you just to want to know if you're good, and you never message them again for a year. Imagine that. Like, and they reply. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I think it's very something that I think I could have done a lot better, was just develop relationships with people and influential people, rather than just seeking out brand collaborations, you know. Last one, number 5, is making data-driven decisions. Now, I am a mathematician slash statisticist. I'm a mathematician, and I did a lot of statistics as well, so I'm a statistician as well. As a mathematician, I have been trained to look at data and be able to tell a story. So look at things that have happened and interpret it and tell a story from that. If you're unsure about how to do that, I would recommend going on YouTube and just researching how to analyze analytics, how to make data-driven decisions when starting up a business. So yeah, I am at a point where I have looked at the orders. I'm looking at what is most popular, what do people like, what do people generally request for, and I found that people really liked the No Wahala logo. People loved it. I still get requests about it like regularly. So that is what I'm going to be pushing and moving forward. I'm no longer going to be selling pins. I'm no longer going to be doing any other designs. I'm going to be focusing just on the No Wahala logo, and anything else will just be like a special time or a special feature. But I need to get rid of these. I need to get rid of these pins. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I need to get rid of these pins. So if there is any specific pin that you like, they need to go. I've got loads of them. I've got loads. They need to go. So if you want a pin, put what pin you like in the comments. Leave it down below. I'm going to be talking about the new brand. I'm going to be incorporating all the things that I have spoken about today into the new brand. It's pretty much the same, but it's just focusing on one of the items that were in the loads of different items that I had before. So it's not really new, it's just more just like a refined version. So I'm going to be talking about that in a later video, but the link of the new reformed, rebranded website is going to be in the link below. Please visit it, and please make sure you comment and let me know what pin you want. I'm going to post it out to your house straight away. Just let me know which one do you want. I'll message you with a form where you can let me know your address privately, and I'll send that out to you. Postage and packaging paid for, okay? Everything paid for. It's been lovely talking to you guys. Mwah.